type person as Deontay Wilder has.
You don't think Klitschko?
Klitschko.
He's a 5-1 underdog in that fight.
Listen, he performed to the peak of his abilities. Tyson Fury did, and he stunned Klitschko. He actually had Klitschko frozen there.
Yeah,
he had Klitschko like he
dominated
didn't
Klitschko.
even know what was going on.
He dominated him.
Klitschko looked like a vet. Now let me explain to you. Klitschko is a type of person. First of all, let's say this. Klitschko, out of all the heavyweight boxers, Klitschko has the most run of title defenses in the heavyweight alone. I think it go him, Rocky Marciano, Muhammad Ali. Don't quote me exactly if Rocky Marciano is second, but he's number one. Klitschko is number one as far as years and title defense and a run. Right. So Klitschko is no joke to be taken.
One of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Definitely, he's up there and proven and all that. But for one. And this is why I think Deontay Wilder never fought Klitschko. Klitschko is past his prime. However we like to say it or not, or however you like to think about it. But Father Time waits for nobody. And this man is old. He's in his late 40s. And, Klitschko could not perform the way he would like to have performed that night. And simply, I think Tyson Fury just capitalized off of it.
Yeah, the way I don't think Klitschko was used to the way that type of movement, because like you watch that fight, like Fury, like when you watch Klitschko fight, it's always a fucking punch and a grab and a hold, and they break up. Punch, grab, hold, repeat.
Right.
And then eventually he catches a man and either knocks him out or he wins by points, and he usually always fights in Germany, so he's always winning by points. But when he fought Fury, he couldn't do that shit. Like Fury foot movement was too slick, and he was hitting them with 1-2s. And then on the grab, when he was breaking out of it, he was hitting them with a couple of combinations. Like he got him off of his game, and he got him frustrated. And by the time that Klitschko finally decided to turn it up and realized, I'm losing this fight, it was too late.
Too late.
Yeah, it was too late.
And that's a perfect point. Klitschko definitely got danced around for 12 rounds.
He got picked apart.
Like it was nasty. And that's why I say I'm not for one instance that I'm taking Tyson Fury a light challenge for Deontay Wilder, but it's just the facts. I think it just line up in Deontay Wilder's favor. It really do. Deontay Wilder is so crazy with his boxing, and I think he's underestimated. Don't get the credit that he deserves. And like I said, boxing is dying out, whatever. But people forget this is the man that wants to beat the man, which Tyson Fury did. He was the lineal champion. Yeah. He took it from Klitschko and vacated everything. He gave it all up. Fell back from a scene, went through his problems and everything, and he never lost. See, he didn't force his belts away by a loss. He forced them by decision. He decided to give that belt up. But Deontay Wilder is the man that's calling out Tyson Fury. He's calling out the so-called big dog who got Anthony Joshua.
Fuck him.
Who got 3 of the 4 main belts. Now, the 4 main belts we have is the WBC, the WBA, the IBO, and the WBO, right? Now, Wilder pretty much got the number 1 belt.
Yeah, WBC.
The WBC is pretty much the number 1 belt. But after that, the 2, 3, and 4 best belts in the division goes to Anthony Joshua, and he took it from Klitschko and a couple other people that I'm thinking. But the man is impressive. Within his own, he's a monster. You can't underestimate him. But when you say fuck AJ, it's perfect. I will word it the same because this man in my eyes, and I seen him in a couple interviews. This bring up a good point, Benji. I seen him in a couple interviews with Floyd Mayweather, and he's hanging out, just chilling, kicking it with Floyd. I got the feeling that Floyd been in this dude ear a little bit to the point where he's trying to pull a Floyd move.
Yeah, and you know what? Matter of fact, I don't want to talk about Anthony Joshua right now. I want to focus on this fight. We'll
come back.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. So real quick, Deontay Wilder. Like I said, the people, they just want to peg him as a puncher. They don't respect his boxing technique. The one thing about Wilder, I've been watching a lot of his fights recently and watching his highlights and watching his knockouts. He's very precise. Very precise.
Listen,
a precision puncher.
His 1-2 is underrated by far. He got one of the best 1-2s in the game.
And that's the thing. Like,
even as a heavyweight.
If you talk about pure combinations, like Tyson Fury definitely has that.
Mm-hmm.
But you talk about like punch precision, like when them shits is coming down the lane, they're landing. Like that 1-2, that shit is hitting
with vicious intent.
Both of them. And then he see you get stumbled. Then he goes into that Wilder rage mode where he's swinging bombs and overhand rights, and like you see, like he look like a regular dude fighting in the hood,
right? And that's
when he gets you out of there,
right? And that alone is why Deontay Wilder actually is known to have a couple holes in this game, because he's willing to put it out there on the line, like as far as going in that all-out mode when he think he got you hurt. This man lives by and dies by the one thumb rule of his ultimate game is, I'm going to knock you out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to bring it to you and I'm going to knock you out. Hands down. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. Everybody knows his game plan. And that's another thing that makes this fight so interesting. The game plans are so obvious. Like, this is a textbook type of matchup. We got the slick, elusive Tyson Fury, big man. I'm talking about, we never seen this dude lose yet. And he's dancing around people for 12 rounds at his size. Like, this is impressive. Like, little do we know right now, this is boxing history for the heavyweights, man. Like we said earlier, it's been nearly a decade since.
Yeah, this is the most anticipated heavyweight fight I've remembered since, like, the last heavyweight fight I remember that's anticipated was like Vitaly Klitschko versus what you call it? What's his name?
Briggs.
No.
I mean,
Lennox
Lewis. Yeah,
that's
Lennox
the
Lewis.
last one I remember that was like garnered this much hype.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, heavyweight division has definitely been stagnant. Like, Floyd Mayweather has dominated the last 15 years. And then, Pacquiao and, like, these little guys have been dominating.
Middleweight, welterweight. Yeah, right. Definitely.
But, yeah, it's his time now, man. This, like, the heavyweight division. I'm glad this fight is happening. I'm hoping that after this fight, whoever wins this fight can get Joshua next. But, excuse me. Speaking of Deontay Wilder, like I said, he has very good. The power is there. We all know about the power. Like, to me, he has the precision, and he's the better athlete in this fight. Like you said, like the way he moves is so unorthodox. Yeah. Like Tyson Fury, he has a great footwork. Deontay Wilder, like, he moves like he's playing basketball or football or some shit. Like, the shit is weird.
It is.
He has like decent footwork. It's not your ordinary footwork that you see from a boxer. And then, like, remember when he knocked out Stavern?
Oh,
like,
man.
the dude, like, he jumped cut to the right and then hit him with a fucking overhand right.
Yeah, hop step. Actually, listen, that's a style and technique. People like to pan it out to be wild, but that exact punch that you're talking about that he hit Stavern with, right? That jump, he like lunged to the right. That is becoming a trend in boxing now. A little guy in the lightweight, I think, featherweight division, Lomachenko is a fucking beast. He's known for doing that. Like, he's elusive to another level. Like, he's hitting you from the side while he's on the side of you or behind you, and hitting you with clear punches.
Real quick side note: Lomachenko has the greatest footwork I ever seen from any boxer in history.
Yes.
I've never seen no shit like that.
No.
Like, the dude literally be behind you after hitting you. Like, he's hitting you in front of you. Next thing you know, he's behind you.
Definitely.
That shit is crazy.
Definitely. He impressive. And I'm talking about from right, left, straight forward, back. He used all angles.
Yes, all angles. And the shit is crazy.
Yeah. So I like to think that Deontay Wilder is incorporating those type of tactics into his game. So it's not just all wildness that people is, trying to make him out to be.
You just can't peg it like he's just in there throwing wild punches.
Right.
Like,
man,
he's not.
This man is 40-0 with 39 knockouts for a reason. Give the man some respect.
Yeah, like and then people that think that, I want you to go back and watch his fights And you will see exactly what I'm talking about. The only time that he starts swinging them wild punches is when he know he got you.
That's the only time.
And he's trying to finish you off. And that's what he does. And he knocks people out.
And he's a hell of an entertainer.
He's very entertaining, very charismatic.
Yep.
That's another thing about this fight. The way they're building it up as well, and the way they've been promoting it, I love it. You can tell like a lot of it is staged.
Yeah.
Like, they pushing each other and shit, and they smiling and shit like that. Like, it's not real anger and animosity between them. I definitely feel like they definitely respect each other's games, and got tons of respect for one another, and very, very entertaining. Like, I've been watching I'm not sure if you watched it, the Showtime All Access.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been watching those
for sure.
And listening to the interviews, like Deontay Wilder hitting him with "It's only one bronze bomber."
Yeah,
that shit had me dying.
Man, that's hard, man. And that's another thing too that I like about it: the energy,
right,
and the the composure that Deontay Wilder holds himself and carry himself with is it's impressive. He a good dude, man. People,
yeah, he is.
He may not be the smartest person in the book as far as boxing wise, street wise, however you want to put it, both aspects. But man, he is a good dude. He's definitely a good dude.
I think Wilder's very intelligent, man. Yeah. The people he surrounded himself with, and like he got his
people underestimate him.
Yeah, and like another thing too, he's from the South, so he got that that long draw and he got the accent and shit like that.
Right.
But yeah, Wilder, everything about him, like in boxing and life, he seemed like he got it all together, man.
Listen, and that's
his family.
That's one thing I respect about Wilder when it comes to boxing. The man is on a chase for greatness.
Right.
Forget about money, fame, anything else.
He wants the best.
I mean, he wants to stamp his legacy in boxing and do it the right way. He want to call out and perform in a way that he know how to do it.
He's
best.
fighting the fighters that nobody wants to fight. And he's also calling out the fighters that we all want to see. He wants to give the fans a show.
Right.
He's not pulling shout out to Floyd Mayweather, but we all know that Floyd ducked some fights, a lot of fights.
Then there's not some, a lot. Yeah,
right. He ducked a lot of fights. Anthony Joshua is doing the same thing. And no, not to discredit Anthony Joshua. I think that's his team doing that. They want to, but they know, like they want to keep their man safe. They got the money rolling and they don't want to fuck up the money. So right. I respect that.
Definitely. He's definitely, one of the top paid heavyweights.
Right, he's the number one draw right now in heavyweight, just based on his demographic, because they love him over there in England. All right, so real quick, let's get the predictions in. So I know you said it earlier, but let me get your prediction one more time for the fight.
My exact prediction, is that Deontay Wilder, withstands Tyson Fury footwork and elusiveness for about 9 to 10 rounds, and get the job done, close it out in 10. I think I'll say 10 rounds. Give Deontay Wilder
out 10 rounds, and
he'll knock him out. He'll walk this man down, and it should be impressive. We should be in for a treat with this fight. And anybody that's a boxing fan or call themselves a boxing fan, I think you should tune into this fight. Because this is, like I said before, this is the stamp for heavyweight super fights. We got the lineal champ against the WBC. It don't get too much better. Yeah. Right. It don't get too much better than that.
All right. So, like I said, man, I'm going to preface my comments. Like Tyson Fury, I love this dude. He been through a lot. The way, like, mental health is no joke.
Amazing.
Yeah, mental health is no joke. For him to fight back from depression, like he's literally tried to commit suicide and fought back from depression. Got himself back in shape after had the world by the balls, literally, after beating Klitschko. And, let it all get to his head, fought back from it, been very open with it. He's going on doing interviews. I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. He's investing money. Like, he's going to donate his purse to mental health research and things like that. So I respect everything about this man. But one thing is, man, you can't take a 2.5 year layoff and then come back, take a couple of tune-up fights, and then step into the ring with Deontay Wilder
the best
and think you're about to win this fight.
Right,
it's not happening.
Deontay
Wilder has not slowed down. He's fighting better fighters as he continues forward.
Definitely.
And he's knocked out everybody he stepped in the ring with. Everybody who has fought Deontay Wilder in the boxing ring has been knocked out.
Definitely. And folks, I can say this, and not to get off track a little bit, but we just seen this in UFC with Habib and Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
You know, Conor
Right.
McGregor took his little layoff.
Right.
I don't think it'll be enough. It's the same exact scenario. Tyson Fury will be defeated, and you know,
You just run into
at
a
the end of the
buzzsaw.
day-
Like I got